what's going on, guys? We've got a massive to-do list, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff to catch you guys up on. There's been a lot going on in the last few weeks. We'll get to it all. First things first, we need fuel. I came up to Instinct Performance today. We're gonna grab some fuel so that way we can go racing. Hopefully tomorrow. They got the stock block shootout, and as many times as I've tried to go down to Del Mar for the stock block shootout, something always happens, whatever. Hopefully tomorrow is the day. So let's grab some fuel and then head back to the house so we can continue on with our to-do list. Made it back home, and wouldn't you know, there's a Nova on the trailer. My poor girl, my first love. There's a lot of good parts on this thing. I've been building it over the last couple years and constantly upgrading it. It's just been sitting outside. It's been sitting outside, getting rained on and beat on and everything else. And I just feel like there's too much money in it to just let it sit there like that. So today, we're gonna take it to its new home. Gonna stop living in the front yard and hopefully go live a much better life somewhere else. So we got it loaded up. I guess it's time to get back on the road and get it over there. Here we are. This is gonna be the new home for the Nova right now. But it's actually the new home of SHITBOX Supply. You alright, Meatball? Well, if you guys don't know already, I own SHITBOX Supply, which is an A-line and fitting company. We've also expanded into more stuff, you know, turbo flanges, pie cuts, mounts, we fuel pumps, we got all kinds of stuff going on. Recently, I made the decision, and this is part of what's been going on in a few weeks, that we really need to expand that business, and I need to take it a little more, I guess you could say a little more seriously, but you know, definitely work a little bit harder at it. So this is our first step to doing that. Now, I was thinking possibly that when I did this, we could maybe run SHITBOX out of here, and I would have enough room to work on cars too. Because this building, although it's not really big, it's just a little bit bigger than my home garage. It's heated, AC, you know what I mean? It's insulated, all that kind of good stuff. So I thought it'd be a good place to work. But I don't know that we're going to be doing any of that just yet. What I do know is I need to get the Nova to not be sitting outside anymore and not be deteriorating in the weather and all that. I need a nice, good, safe place to put it. And we're going to be here just about daily anyway, running SHITBOX Supply. So if you guys don't already, go to shitboxsupply.com. You can take a look at all the stuff we've got. We ship out of here, like I said, usually daily. We're kind of getting set up right now, and we've been moving everything over, and things are going well. But it's time to put the Nova in here and at least utilize this space for storage, so I'm not so cramped in the garage. Maybe I'll bring some other stuff over here, just use it as storage as well. Will we be working out of here or whatever? I don't know. We probably should. We got great lighting in here. Like I said, heated and cooled. It's a little bit bigger than my home garage, not much, but there's also, it looks very big because there's not a bunch of stuff in here. We don't have a couple engines and transmissions and toolboxes and all sorts of tools and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about it. This is something that I wanted to do for a long time and really put a focus on SHITBOX Supply. And I think that now that we've got this building, it'll be a little bit easier to do that. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can keep continuing to grow the business. But for now, we got to get the Nova off the trailer and in here, because we got to get back to work on a Camaro if we want to go racing tomorrow. So let's unload this thing and go.
Meatball's getting to work already.
I know, she's working. You're sweeping the wrong direction. You got to sweep it out though. Don't sweep it all in, sweep it out. We got it in, and honestly, it seems like still a little bit more room in here than I thought was going to be, because I know these things are boats. They're 17 foot long something. Put a wing on it, it's even longer. I don't really know what the game plan is yet. I'll tell you what my initial thought was. My initial thought was by having a second space, we could move SHITBOX, expand it, and I would also not be in Mallory's way all the time, because when we're working in the garage and it's tight and we've got everything in there, we just get in each other's way. Mostly I get in her way, is how that works. So I wanted to give her a space that I wouldn't get in her way, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that by kind of sectioning off SHITBOX over to that side. And when I was looking at it, I was like, you know, I just don't think there's going to be enough room to put tools here and everything else. But now that we've got the car in, I mean, we can only move it so much because we're pushing it. I think if we put it up on the wheel dollies and kind of straightened it out a little bit, we probably could work on it a little bit here, which goes back to what my original plan was. I wanted to have another space, or, you know, ultimately my dream is to have a space that all the cars fit in. SHITBOX has all the room in the world, everything. That's a future plan. We got to take steps to get there. I was hoping that maybe by having this place, that we could have a space so we could work on more than one car at once. Like the Camaro right now is together. It doesn't really need any fixing. We're gonna go over there and take the wheels off so we can go over to the shop and swap the tires out. But if we can have two places that are inside and we can work on vehicles, I think we'd be able to get a little bit more done. Whereas the Camaro, you know, the home garage, whatever is in the garage, that's what we're working on. And if we're waiting on parts, if it rains, if we have any issues or anything like that, you know, we're just kind of stuck. But now we've got a second space where, all right, well, we're waiting on a part for the Camaro. Well, let's head over to the shop and turn some wrenches on the Nova, have a little bit of fun with it or something, bring it back. I have most of everything to do a turbo kit for an LS in this thing. We can build it all, everything. We would need a welder, a TIG welder, and, you know, some other little tools, but maybe we'll make a run to Harbor Freight. Maybe we'll get a separate set of tools for here, just a little bit more basic, and we can use this as like a fabrication area. I'm not sure. I want to keep all the SHITBOX stuff clean too, so I don't want to be grinding and getting it all dirty, but we've been working on it. So we got a new building. Right now it's just storage. You know, I was hoping that this place would be big enough that maybe one day we could park both the Camaros side by side, so I could take parts off one and put on the other. It might be, it would be pretty tight, but we'll see what happens in the future. Right now I need to get ready because Del Mar US 13 Dragway has the stock block shootout happening tomorrow on their Thursday night race program. So let's go get the Camaro ready. I've already changed the oil, and all that's left now is just swapping out the tires. I got a brand new set of tires, and I'm starting to question whether the ones that are on there are, you know, really that good anymore. So let's go get some new tires on it, and then maybe take it out, you know, in the driveway, put it on the two-step, make sure everything's working, make sure oil pressure's good, all the safeties are working, and, you know, we don't have any other issues, and then we can go racing tomorrow. All right, we made it out to the service center once again. My buddy Chris's shop here. We're gonna swap these tires out. You can see, come look at this. I don't know if you can see the wear holes on this one, and then the wear holes on this one. We're probably down 60 foot very easily, being able to grip very easily. These tires were pretty old, but they worked for starting to get the car lined out. Now I think that once we put these on, we should probably go a little bit faster in the 60, and it should work a little bit better on the street. You know, when I made the pass on the street the other day, it was a little bit of wheel speed, a little too much, but English Mountain, same kind of thing. It was wheel speed too much. It didn't want to hook right. This should fix us right up. Dear Santa, for Christmas, can I please have double bead locks? I don't want a tire machine. I want double bead locks. New tires done. Get back to the house, throw them on. At the house, it's raining. We're not that far from the house. If you look outside, it looks like it's about to storm its ass off out here. So I think we're gonna be kind of screwed on, you know, any sort of testing or anything, because it looks like it's about to open up. Like I said, at the house it is raining, but we can at least get these on. We can fire the car up, and we can do everything we need to get ready for tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, we can go a round or two at the stock block shootout. I'm just gonna have to remember tomorrow, first burnout has to be John Force. If I'm not gonna break him in tonight, I gotta make sure that first burnout is John Force Incredible, so that way we can get all the stickiness off of there, you know, from the stickers. We can get all the crap off the tires and start breaking them in, getting them to work. But I think you guys can probably hear in the background, it's now pouring, which means we're definitely not breaking in these tires tonight. But fresh oil change, fresh set of tires. I think we're really going to be pretty good to go to the track tomorrow. I don't think it's supposed to rain. It might rain a little bit in the morning, but I don't see any reason why we won't be able to race. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fire this thing up. Ain't been fired up in a little while, and I'm probably going to put it on the trans brake, so you're probably going to want to stand back, but I'll let it warm up first. Makes boost, has oil pressure, has fuel pressure. We've got fresh fuel today, we got fresh tires. Everything should be good to go to race tomorrow. We can't do nothing in this bad weather, so I think that's going to be it for tonight in today's video. Look, there's a lot going on, and I've just barely scratched the surface with you guys catching me up. But stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going racing, which means next video is going to be a race video. And then hopefully I can find somewhere to go this weekend. Depending on how we do tomorrow, I think is going to determine a lot. There's a couple things that I want to figure out tomorrow. Number one, we should be able to hit our goal no problem. I think that, you know, there's some tuning adjustments I can make and some things I can do to get this thing into the 5-second range pretty easily. Now, the clocks aren't going to be on tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know whether or not I hit the goal. If I hit the goal and destroy it, I'm not going to say nothing. But we've got a goal in mind for going to the track tomorrow as far as what we want to do. The stock block shootout is just a bonus. It's $50 to buy in. If we can jump in there, go a couple rounds, have a good time. Either way, we'll bring you guys the coverage of it. You know, I'll make sure Nick films every race, so that way you guys can get some race footage in too. And we're going to be doing that. I also want to weigh it. There should be a scale of the track. Hopefully it's on, and we can get a weight on this thing. I have an idea of what it should weigh, but if I'm wrong, if we're not right on the weight, I'll put it to you this way. If I go across the scale and this thing says some kind of crazy number like 33 or 3,400 pounds with me in it, 3,500 pounds, something crazy like that, we might as well just go back to the Nova, right, at that point, because we were doing this to save the weight and make power. You know, we can't make big 2,000 horsepower, but if we can make 1,000 with you know, a lot less weight, we could do something. So there's going to be a few things to check off the list tomorrow. We got a few goals. I'm going to go ahead and start looking at some tune-ups now, but I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, do the whole damn thing. You guys are the best, because now hopefully we'll be able to start doing a little bit more. Now that I've got another shop and another location, like I said, I'm not quite sure what I want to do about it just yet, but we've got it. So, like in this instance, it's raining. This car is ready, but the Nova's not. I could go over there and work on the Nova right now. Well, I don't have any tools over there, but to give you guys an idea. So I'm going to get back to work on looking at tune-ups and making sure everything is good to go for tomorrow. Everything's ready to go. But I think we're just about there, and hopefully we'll have a good race outing tomorrow, hit our goals, and keep pushing. If, you know, I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. Until this thing starts going, I mean, really, it should be going like 550s, but until this thing starts going like 570s or, you know, or better, I feel like it's not really worth taking across the country to travel. I'm just being realistic. It's expensive. Gas isn't cheap. Hotels aren't cheap. You know, oh, well, we've got the RV, yeah, but gas is even worse in the RV, so I don't know which one is worse. But I really want to focus on bringing this thing out to bigger races and making sure it's right. Now, we've got another race coming up in a couple weeks. Not this weekend, but next weekend. It's supposed to go to English Mountain. They've got a race where they're putting $5 grand on top of the pot, and it's only a $200 buy-in. I love that track. I've been down it. I know how to get down it. I mean, it wasn't very fast, but at least I know we should probably really improve with the new tires too. I think that'll help us tremendously. So my goal for now is just going to be work on getting this thing as fast as I can, so that way we can go down there and hopefully have a good weekend down in English Mountain. You know, I'm starting to learn. We're having an issue where I think we're milking the oil still. It didn't look as bad as it used to when we had first started working with it, but it may just be a thing. I might have to change the oil in this thing after every single race weekend. You know, it might be good for a dozen passes, which sucks. You know, there's some ways to alleviate that. Maybe we'll work on that too. But I'm still not 110% sold that this is the end-all be-all of what's going to be the best motor in this car. So we're going to hold off on that just for now. But we're going to keep making forward progress, and I'll see you guys next time. Stock Block Shootout, US 13 Del Mar. See you guys there, and hopefully we'll kick some ass and take some names. If nothing else, we'll at least crush our own goals. That's the game plan. I'll see you guys next time.